welcome to Context, Not
Not content.
Content. I'm your host, Vic. This is your other host,
Diego.
Diego, and we just gonna rock it out. This is the first episode right here, so I'm gonna let you know. We had some topics we was gonna go over, but I'm gonna just at this point I'm gonna just freestyle it because we already had some good things. But one thing I did want to touch on was the American dream that we were all sold
Right.
growing up when we were young, like not just us as men, but women too.
Okay.
Like they were sold this American dream of going to college, getting a house, and getting married, and living happily ever after. And just the dream that we were sold, and we
Right.
thought that that's how it was supposed to happen in life. And when it didn't, a lot of us, that's what led to a lot of depression for a lot of people because they're like, yo, what am I supposed to do? And even myself, like the stuff I went to college for, I don't even do. Like I went to college for um what I went to college for network management for computers.
Mm-hmm.
And I was A+ certified and everything, and I think I got an entry level position like as a data analyst, but it was like small money.
Right.
It was just a fancy name for just a regular job that I didn't even need a degree for. Now I don't even do anything even remotely related to that. So, and I think it's just like a lot of times these women look at their parents, the ones that's married and still with the dads, and they think that's how it's gonna be. They're gonna meet a guy that's like wonderful, and they're gonna get married and have a family, and then when it don't happen like that, they get discouraged.
Right.
The same way as a man would get discouraged when it don't happen like that for him. Like you think you got the right girl, and she turned out, you know what I'm saying,
Listen,
she not what you thought she was.
see, that's that dream though.
Yeah, exactly. It
That's
leads
the key
back to the
word,
dream.
the dream. You know what I mean? So the dream is something that we want or we try to create. So it's like when you sleep, you dream, right?
Right.
So do dreams really come true? It was that being part of the program too. They try to program you to that level till you think that's where you're supposed to. So basically, they try to put you in this level like, all right, you got to have a house, the picket fence, the dog, the children by the time you're 30, whatever it may be.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like you say, you could go to school, go to college, get a degree, and hey, I could be the boss, supervisor's son, nephew, cousin, no degree. So at the end of the day, all that is, I think we're sold a dream, because you want to have that hope and that faith. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what keeps people going. That's people's fuel right there. So I
Right.
think that
Right.
dream is, you know, that's your dream. Instead of saying, hey, what kind of goals you want, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
and that just lead back to the dream. I think dreams is possible. It's just on how you reach them. You're not gonna reach them. It's not gonna be easy like we thought it was when we
right,
were young. But like life isn't easy, and you don't expect when you're young. You're not looking at all these things. Like you're not looking at your finances. You're not looking at relationships. Like you just think it's all gonna fall into place on its own. Uh, and sometimes it does, and we still mismanage it. We mismanage our relationships. We mismanage our money. So I mean, that's what a lot of us get caught up in. A lot of times, why things don't work out with the other person, or sometimes it could be the other person.
true,
They might not be ready. You know what I mean? You
right,
might be ready to do all that, but they might not be
that
ready.
timing,
Right.
yeah,
So the timing is a big thing too, and our timing is. I think us as as people our age, I think our timing is late on a lot of things. Like a lot of us didn't get married um, till later on. You know what I'm saying? Because the times were different than when our parents were coming up. Like
right.
if our parents had social media, like and the things that you think that we have now, do you think that they would still be with our moms or people that they with? Like I don't know.
I
Like
don't
you
know. You
can't you
got it.
can't
I
say
don't
that.
know.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
you can't, because you
Had they
just
had access to other things like
right,
so easily, they probably would have went this way or this way. You know what I
right.
mean? But because of fate or how things were at the time, that's how it was supposed to be. And
Yeah.
so we
They
look
would
at
have
it
fought
like
against
that.
the system though.
You said fate would have
they
fought
they
against
they,
it.
they would
They
have
would have
our
found each
parents'
other.
generation. No, I'm
Yeah.
saying our parents' generation. They would have fought against that system.
Against what system?
What a social media, whatever.
Oh,
They
okay.
would have fought against that.
You think so?
Yeah, because that was their era.
They was
They
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 was
they,
they
they
was
wasn't
trying to
rad they
embrace a
wasn't
lot of
radical.
things.
They wasn't radical, but they was all about not being controlled. You dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I
yeah,
think they would have
yeah.
fought against that. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
That's
They
true.
would have definitely fought against that
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. But yeah, it's just I think like what are we destined to do? instead of thinking what the dream is that they sell to us. Like, what are we destined to
Right,
do?
right, right, right,
So,
right.
and I think a lot of us don't look at it that way. Like, well, what am I destined to do? Because it's like we could do anything. Like, I'm a person that thinks things are already your path is already set.
Right.
You could make a left, you could make a right. Either
But
way,
the
it's going to come
destination
full
is gonna
circle. It's
always
going to
be
be
the
the
same
same.
place. Right,
Exactly. It's going
right,
to be a different path, but you're going to get there either way,
right,
no matter what you do. So it's like we got to just know what we're destined to do, who we destined to be with,
right.
and once we figure all that out, it's good.
But that's something, and I don't think it's something that you can figure out. I think it's something it has to happen to you, and you have to say, okay, this is it right here.
Right.
This is what's destined for me. Like I don't think you can just be like, oh, I know I'm destined for this, because think about this: when you was young and you thought about jobs that you wanted to have when you was a lot of people says stuff like lawyers and doctors, anything that's gonna make money. They
Mm-hmm.
weren't really looking into our creativity, or like you didn't have a lot of people saying, "Oh, I want to be a songwriter," or
Mm-hmm.
"I want to be a book writer." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
like we weren't using our talents. Like that's what we should have been honing in on. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because that's when you say you do a job that you love, you know what I'm saying? You're not really working. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're doing something you love and getting paid for it. And that's the road we should have been led down. You know what I'm saying? Those are the dreams we should have pursued, instead of just saying, "Oh, I need all this money so I can have a house and I can have a wife to support
Right.
and all of this stuff." All that stuff will happen, but it's all on how you get there. And I think the dream, we were sold a dream on how to get there.
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
uh,
Absolutely. And back to the destiny. We definitely know what we destined to do. We just let people control our destinies 9 times out of 10 until we take it in our hands, like what we're doing right now.
right.
Like, so it's like when our destinies in other people's hands, we're not going to know our destinies. We know it. Like, we might say, hey man, you might say, I'm a hell of a writer, but you might have that nervousness in you. And
Yeah.
then it's a setback that somebody said, nah, you
It's
don't
not
need to,
even nervous.
you
It's
don't
not
need to
even
be a writer.
nervousness.
You need to do this.
It's fear.
So
It's fear.
yeah, the fear of failure.
It's fear. Yeah.
But
You
it's
you
like, you still
scared to
control that
fail,
destiny,
or yeah.
so you're setting yourself back. And then somebody said, nah, don't
Right.
even write no more. And that's
Right.
when somebody's controlling your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just self well, for all of us, I hope we just self-analyze in that way. And like you said, dreams don't exist, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we
I
sold
wouldn't. I
dreams.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I would say dreams exist, but we just had the wrong dream, like Diego said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that's
Diego
true.
said in Blow, like you're not good. You had the right. You was just the wrong dream. You know what I mean? And I think that's what we were sold, the wrong dream. Like we doing our dream right now. We pursuing stuff that we like to do, and you
Right.
know what I'm saying. So technically, yeah,
But
the
is this a
dreams
goal?
exist.
Is this a goal or a dream though?
I don't want to say it's a goal, because I think the goal is being successful when you're doing something. I don't think that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
I think just doing it, that's already the goal. You're already successful by just putting in the effort and the work to put something out there, something that you intended to do.
Right.
Whether it's successful or not, that's a bonus. You know what I'm saying? But you already made it by just doing what you said you was gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You make something off it, yeah, that's a blessing. That's just an added bonus, but don't use that to drive what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not getting the likes that you want, or you're not making the revenue that you want
Right.
off of something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the passion.
Yeah,
You got to be passionate about it too.
exactly, exactly. You
I
got to
know.
be
I know we
passionate
all
about
over the place right now, but either way, just this
it. Yeah,
conversation when we just
yeah.
jumping and
This is
jumping.
this how this.